Good day, everyone. Today we're going to report about our topic, which is sustainable manufacturing. So here's the table of contents of what we'll discuss today. So the first is environmental impact of manufacturing, green manufacturing, waste reduction, recycling, CSR in manufacturing firms. So what is sustainable manufacturing? Sustainable manufacturing in relation to manufacturing technology means using modern tools, machines, and processes to make products in a way that reduce negative environmental impacts, conserves resources, and supports long-term economic and social well-being. So, environmental impact of manufacturing. High energy consumption, often from fossil fuels. High energy consumption from fossil fuels, which include coal, oil, and natural gas, is the largest driver of greenhouse gas emissions and climate change. This is because burning them releases large amounts of carbon dioxide, and other greenhouse gases that trap heat in the atmosphere, leading to a global warming. So the image illustrates the environmental impact of manufacturing, specifically how high energy consumption. So water pollution from chemical waste. Water pollution, chemical waste in a serious problem caused by industrial discharge, agricultural runoff, and improper disposal of household products. So the image highlights water pollution from chemical waste, a critical issue caused by industrial discharge. Solid waste and industrial scrap. Solid waste is any discarded material, including municipal waste from homes and industrial waste like scrap metal from factories. Industrial scrap, a subcategory, refers to discarded materials from industrial processes, such as scrap metal, wood, plastic, and chemicals, which can be either hazardous or non-hazardous. So the image depicts the issue of solid waste and industrial scrap. And next is a soil contamination from hazardous materials. Soil contamination occurs either due to human activities or by natural processes. The excess amount of chemicals such as pesticides, ammonia, herbicides, petroleum hydrocarbons, nitrate, lead, mercury, and naphthalene adversely affects the soil and ultimately reduce the quality of the soil. So, why environmental impact matters? Contributes to climate change, harms ecosystems and biodiversity, affects worker and community health, increases regulatory pressure and cost, reduces long-term sustainability of resources. So green manufacturing. So green manufacturing means using processes that reduce environmental harm through energy efficient equipment, cleaner production technologies, renewable energy use, eco-friendly materials. Energy efficient equipment is designed to use less energy to perform the same function as conventional models, which lowers utility bills and environmental impact. Example, LED light bulbs, smart thermostats, high efficiency appliances like refrigerator and dishwashers, and solar power chargers. So cleaner production technologies are strategies and processes focused on minimizing waste and pollution by using resources more efficiently throughout a product's life cycle. Examples: improving existing processes like using spill-proof containers and better equipment maintenance, modifying inputs such as replacing hazardous materials, and implementing new technologies like closed-loop water recycling systems and waste-to-energy conversion. So renewable energy use. Renewable energy use is used to generate electricity, heat, and fuel from natural sources like solar, wind, water, hydropower, geothermal heat, and biomass. So the image illustrates the reuse of scrap and by the products. So eco-friendly materials. Eco-friendly materials are derived from renewable, recycled, and sustainable sources, minimizing waste and pollution through their production and use. Example, bamboo, recycled plastic, recycled steel, recycled glass. Waste reduction. Waste reduction is the practice of preventing waste in the first place by using less materials, which can be achieved through actions like buying in bulk, using reusable items instead of single-use ones, and reusing items for different purposes. So, strategies for waste reduction. Lean manufacturing is a production system that aims to minimize waste while minimizing productivity by creating value for the customers. Examples, just in time, also called JIT inventory, only producing or ordering what is needed to meet current customer demand, significantly reducing storage costs and waste from overproduction. Toyota is considered a pioneer in lean. Toyota developed by Toyota Production System, also called TPS, which focuses on continuous improvement, waste reduction, and just-in-time production to ensure only what is needed is produced. Optimize production planning. Optimized production planning refers to the methods and decision-making processes used to design, schedule, and manage production activities in a way that minimizes material waste, energy consumption, defects, and inefficiencies. So the image represents optimized production planning, which involves using a methods and decision making. So next is reuse of scrap and byproducts. Reuse of scrap and byproducts refers to the practice of recovering leftover materials, residues, or secondary outputs from production processes and using them again either within the same process or in a different application instead of discarding them as waste. So the image illustrates the reuse of scrap and byproducts, which involves recovering leftover materials, residues, or secondary outputs from production. So, minimizing packaging materials. So, minimizing packaging materials refers to the practice of reducing the amount, size, and complexity of packaging used for products without compromising product protection or quality. Next is recycling in manufacturing. Recycling in manufacturing is the process of collecting, processing, and reusing waste materials, scrap, and byproducts generated during production to create new products or feedstock materials. It reduces the need for raw resources, lowers production costs, minimizes landfill waste, and support environmental sustainability by turning discarded materials back into valuable inputs for manufacturing.
Good day, everyone. I am Stephen Frank Sinosete, and today I'm gonna discussing about recycling in manufacturing. So, recycling in manufacturing is the process of collecting, processing, and reusing waste materials, scrap, and byproducts generated during production to create new products or feedstock materials. It reduces the need for raw resources, lowers production costs, minimizes landfill waste, and supports environmental sustainability by turning discarded materials back into valuable inputs for manufacturing. So, recycling in manufacturing means taking leftover materials, scraps, or waste from making products and using them again to make new products. And this helps save natural resources, cut costs, reduce trash in landfills, and protect the environment by turning waste into useful materials. So there are three types of recycling. So we have internal recycling, external recycling, and also closed loop manufacturing. So, first is internal recycling, refers to the practice of reprocessing waste materials generated within a manufacturing process and feeding them back into the same production cycle to create new materials or products. So, internal recycling is when a factory takes its own waste or leftover materials from making products and uses them again in the same production processes to make new products. So, here are the examples of internal recycling. We have plastics manufacturing, trim and sprue regrinding. So, extra plastic pieces like trims, sprues, or rejected parts are crushed into small pellets and mixed with new plastic to make new products. Next, film production edge trim. So, in making plastic films, the thin edge are cut off, chopped up, and put straight back into the machine to be reused. Next is metalworking and foundries. So, metal scrap remelting. Offcuts, machining chips, and casting runners are melted again and poured into new castings. Steel mill internally recycled slag. So some mills processes steel slag and reuse it in the furnace or as flux. So next is external recycling. External recycling refers to sending waste materials outside the company to specialized recycling firms that process them into new raw materials or products. So it means that a company sends its waste materials like old products or leftover materials to outside recycling companies. And these companies then turn the waste into new raw materials or products. It's a way of for the company to make sure its waste is reused instead of just being thrown away. So here are the examples of external recycling. We have plastics. A factory sends used plastics packaging and production scrap to a recycling company that melts and pelletizes it into recycled plastic resin. Metals. A machining plant sells barrels of aluminum shavings to a metal recycler that remelts and purifies them. Paper and cardboard. A warehouse hires a recycling service to collect corrugated cardboard and office paper for pulping at a paper mill. And lastly is glass. Bottling plants send broken bottles and call it a glass recycling recycler that crushes and remelts them. Lastly is the closed loop manufacturing, or also called circular manufacturing. It's a production approach where products are designed, used, and then disassembled so that their materials can be recovered, reused, or remanufactured, creating a continuous loop with minimal waste. So, closed loop manufacturing means a company takes back its used products or waste materials, recycles them, and use the recycled materials to make new products. So nothing is wasted. The materials stays in a loop. So here are the examples of closed loop manufacturing. So we have electronics, smartphones or laptops designed so batteries, circuit boards, and metals can be removed and reused or recycled. Companies like Apple and Dell have programs to recover materials from old devices. Next, automotive. Cars designed with modular parts, engine components, tires, or plastic interiors can be refurbished or recycled. Some electronic vehicle manufacturers reclaim battery modules for reuse or recycling. And last is packaging. Beverage bottles designed to be returned, cleaned, refilled, and reused multiple times. So, green manufacturing offers several important benefits. It helps lower production costs by reducing energy use, minimizing waste, and improving the efficiency of machines and processes. This also leads to improved operational efficiency because materials are used more effectively and production becomes smoother with fewer errors. And another key benefit is compliance with environmental regulation. So, using cleaner technologies and eco-friendly processes makes it easier for companies to meet government standards and avoid fines. Green manufacturing also boosts a company's image. It creates an enhanced brand reputation, showing customers and partners that companies cares about sustainability and also reduce environmental footprint, meaning the company produce less pollution, use, uses fewer natural resources, and creates less waste. So let's go to corporate social responsibility or CSR in manufacturing. So CSR is the practice where a company takes voluntary responsibility for its impact on society, the environment, and all its stakeholders. It involves conducting businesses ethically, promoting social welfare, protecting the environment, and contributing to sustainable economic development while balancing profit making with positive societal impact. So next is the CSR practices in manufacturing. So we have four CSR practices in manufacturing. First is safe and healthy working conditions. So ensuring workplaces are free from hazards and promoting employee health and safety through proper equipment, training, and policies. Next, fair labor practices. So treating workers ethically, providing fair wages, reasonable working hours, and respecting labor rights. Also, ethical sourcing of materials. So, procuring raw materials responsibly, ensuring suppliers follow environmental and societal standards, and avoiding exploitations. And lastly, transparency in supply chain. Openly sharing information about sourcing, production, and labor practices to build trust with stakeholders and consumers. CSR matters for manufacturers because it builds trust and loyalty, reduces regulatory risk, attracts sustainability focused investors, and also supports long term business and resilience. So, in conclusion, reducing environmental impact, adopting green manufacturing practices, and embracing corporate social responsibility or CSR are essential steps for modern manufacturers. Sustainable manufacturing is not just a trend, it represents the future of industry. Every decision made in product design, production processes, and supply chain management plays a crucial role in creating a responsible, resilient, and sustainable businesses.